This is the story of Body in the Content House. It was a normal day for the inhabitants of the Content House, a mansion in Los Angeles where some of the biggest YouTube creators lived together. But this normality would soon come crashing down when a corpse was found in the basement. And the worst part was that every creator inside the house had motive to commit murder. Let's find out how this happened. To understand what happened, we must first take a look at the Content House itself. It's a mansion in LA that was bought by a group of YouTubers with the goal of creating content together. The house was purchased in March of 2020 for $15 million, which was far more than its $4 million listing price. The reason it was sold so cheap was because it had been used as an illegal squat. So much so that it even featured in a documentary about the world of professional squatter. The YouTuber collective moved right in after purchasing the home and began vlogging their lives there. The members of the collective were some of the biggest names on YouTube, including Emma Chamberlain, David Dobrik, Brent Rivera, Olivia Ponton and James Wright. They each brought something different to the group. For example, Emma brought her impeccable fashion sense, while David brought his experience of running a successful channel. Brent brought the comedy, while Olivia brought her modeling skills. James brought his vlog style, which perfectly documented their daily life in the mansion. And these are just some of the things they brought to the table. Each of them also brought their baggage. For example, there was tension between Emma and David because Emma felt like David was always trying to one-up her. This came to a head when David invited Liza Koshy to move into the house. Tensions rose even higher when someone leaked the house rules, which revealed that Emma wanted the girls to have their own floor and she didn't want any boys on it. The leak also revealed that no girl was allowed to date a guy without telling Emma first. These rules upset many people who thought they were ridiculous, but it showed the growing tension within the group. In fact, the only person who seemed happy was James, or at least that's what he wanted everyone to think. James Wright was a 23-year-old vlogger who had over 2 million subscribers. He gained popularity through his vlogs where he showcased his everyday life in LA, usually with his best friends, the Dolan twins. James decided to join the Content House with the goal of expanding his YouTube career. However, he wasn't exactly liked by the other creators. He was a bit of a loner and didn't really hang out with anyone except for Olivia. James also struggled with severe depression. He spoke about his struggles a lot on his channel and was very open about it. In fact, he revealed that he had attempted suicide several times. Everyone thought that they were being good friends by supporting him, but little did they know he was planning something sinister. On June 26, 2020, James posted a video titled "I Am No Longer Afraid of Dying." In it, he explained that he had attempted to take his own life 3 times and that he couldn't keep living like that anymore. He said that he was going to move back to Florida and get help for his problems. His friends and family were relieved to hear that he was getting help because they thought that this was the best option for him. After posting the video, James packed his things and moved back to Florida. But nobody knew that this move was just a front. 3 months later, on September 2020, a blood-curdling scream was heard coming from the Content House. The scream was made by Olivia Ponton, who was dating James Wright at the time. When the other creators heard the scream, they rushed to Olivia's aid. They found her hysterical and screaming that James had tried to kill her. Olivia told the creators that she had been arguing with James, so she went to the backyard to get away from him. She turned around to go back inside when James tackled her and started strangling her. She managed to break free from his grasp and ran inside, shaken but unharmed. She could still hear James screaming outside the house, which was odd because he had never acted that way before. The creators instantly called the police, who arrived at the scene and arrested James. They then searched the property for Olivia's safety and found a gun on the patio. They also found a text message from James to Olivia saying, "You will regret breaking up with me." They had enough evidence to charge James with attempted murder. But while the police were focused on the backyard, there was something strange happening inside the house. One of the creators, Tessa Brooks, was streaming live on Twitch when she disappeared off camera. Her viewers noticed that the live stream quality had suddenly gotten worse. Then they saw Tessa's phone fall out of frame. When they looked back on the footage, they realized that there was a man standing behind Tessa who had taken her phone and covered her face with a blue folder. He then escorted her away from the camera. But the scary part was that the man was clearly James Wright. The police checked all the security footage from that night and found that James had snuck back into the house after his arrest and had somehow kidnapped Tessa. He had covered his face throughout the entire thing, so nobody had recognized him. The police immediately launched a manhunt, but James had vanished. However, he had left a clue behind. In the struggle with Tessa, he had dropped his phone. When the police analyzed it, they found a disturbing video. It was a video of James standing in the basement of the content house holding two guns. He explained that he had kidnapped Tessa and was now hiding in the house's basement. He then aimed the gun at himself and pulled the trigger. When the police raided the house, they found Tessa unharmed in the basement with James's body beside her. He had taken his own life before the police arrived. Nobody knew why James had taken Tessa, but theories abounded. Some believe that James had taken Tessa to force Olivia to make a TikTok about how great he was. Others believe that James had taken revenge on the house for kicking him out. But the truth might be even darker. After the incident, the remaining members of the content house quickly packed their things and moved out. It was too painful for them to stay there after what had happened. However, when they did, they found something that shocked them. In the master bathroom, they found a safe hidden in the walls. When they pried it open, they found pages and pages of dirt on the creators. There was blackmail material on all of them, which James had used to manipulate them. He had used this blackmail to control them for years, which was why they all hated him so much. Now the question is, who were the blackmailed creators? Well, unfortunately, we may never know. All we know is that there were a lot of secrets in that house. Secrets that one man knew and used against them all. If he hadn't died, who knows what else he might have revealed. What do you think he was hiding? Do you think Olivia's story about James was true? And do you think the other creators had something to hide? Let us know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to watch our other videos.